By November 1918, many of the men who marched so proudly into war 4 years earlier were no longer alive. Few of those who were remembered what they were fighting for. Fewer still cared. But even the pessimists, who had thought the war would never end, realized it could soon be over. Germany had launched an offensive in early 1918, hoping to defeat the Allies before American troops reached the battlefield. The offensive failed. And American troops, untried, untested, but fresh, began arriving over there, providing much-needed manpower for the exhausted British and French armies. In autumn, the Allies launched an offensive of their own. This time it succeeded. The German army found itself on the run and on the road. Losses in men and territory were acute. The German High Command realized it could not continue the war. Back in Germany, things weren't much better. The Allied sea blockade was hurting. German sailors, ordered out on a seemingly suicide mission, mutinied. The Kaiser found his authority dissolving as discontent spread to the major cities. There was a real threat of a Bolshevik revolution. With neither hope nor allies left, Germany began armistice talks with Great Britain, France, and the US. In the early hours of the morning of November the 11th, the armistice was signed. For most of the troops at the front, the news that the war was about to end brought no elation. They were just happy to be alive. But not all of them stayed that way. Thousands were killed and wounded on the last day of the war, as fighting continued to the very end, including an American shot 1 minute before the armistice, and a German shot a few minutes after it. But at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, after 1,564 days and 9 million soldiers' deaths, the guns stopped firing. And then finally, there was silence.